Hello, welcome to today's vlog. I've just gone for a little potter about on the land with the camera. We spend some time looking at an ant. We look at different plants. We hear the church bells, so it's very peaceful. I haven't actually put 2 minutes peace at the end of this one because the video itself is so calming. There's no music or anything, just me tromping about in nature, showing you various things. I'm hoping to get this vlog out for Monday today, but if we have connectivity issues, which we have had a lot for the last 2 or 3 days, then it might be out tomorrow Tuesday. Dom will hopefully have one out on Wednesday, and then on Thursday it's my birthday, so I'm not going to be filming or editing because we're going to visit a local nursery and hopefully get some trees or exciting plants, or maybe just have a look. That's the kind of thing that you get excited about when you're 41? When you turn 41, you like to go and look at plants. And maybe in the evening we'll have a few drinks around the fire pit. It'd be nice. If you fancy buying us a coffee, the link's in the description. I won't spend the money on coffee. I will spend it on sangria, heat it up in a saucepan, call it mulled wine. So thanks very much for your continued support, for watching, all your lovely comments. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you in a couple of days. Bye.
We're Those Weirdos, a family of 7.
Nearly 3 years ago, we gave up our conventional lives to live, travel and work in our self-converted Sprinter van.
I have a chameleon.
In July 2021, with the increase in travel restrictions caused by Brexit and the pandemic, we decided to buy off-grid land in Portugal to live a more sustainable lifestyle.
Follow along with our journey as we turn our beautiful but derelict land into our very own slice of off-grid heaven. Wildlands. This is our biggest fig. 2 other little ones, but this one is truly magnificent. Let's have a little close up at some of these leaves. They're beautiful. Look at that. It's not the biggest leaves that it has, and they're slightly furry. We've had lots of figs off of this tree, probably about 20 in the few months that we've been here. You can see down here the big old beastie trunk that it started with, and then it just puts out its own new little skinny ones, and they start just as little flexible stems and then turn into these bigger ones. It's got a few over here. These look like they've just come up out of nowhere. See, they are still figs. But I think they've travelled under the ground and popped up again. Something that's nice to do with the leaves. You pick them, hang them up to dry, only takes a couple of days. They get really brittle. And then you can crumble them up and either make tea with them or use them in your cooking to give you a lovely coconutty flavour. One of my favourite walls. This is the wall, you can see the sub just up there on the top of the hill. This is down in Rosie's area. And I thought we'd get really up close and have a good old look. I'm not sure what these little things are. What are you? I don't know. Haven't been able to identify them. Obviously got lovely moss. Little ferny things. And then all little holes. Now most of these holes are ant holes, believe it or not. Oh look, there's more of those Lovely little plants. They're cute, aren't they? They look a little bit like water lilies. Little mushrooms. One down here has been disturbed by something. Wasn't me. Flick him out so we can have a little look. Oh, there we go. Cute. Like a little button mushroom. Can't see very well on screen, but they're a beautiful, a soft dove grey. Ever so peaceful here at the moment. Late afternoon. Most of the birds have done their thing. I should imagine they're all finding somewhere to sit now. We had a little bit of rain earlier. Found some more wild lavender. I saw some earlier that had flowers on, but I didn't have the camera with me. There's the old salad burnet. Down the rocks. Don't know whose home that is. Does look like a little home. As does this one. Look, that's a big hole. That might not be ants. Might be something else. Well, there's an antie. Hello, ant. They're so cute, these ants. They don't bite. It's the little titchy ones that bite. Oh, something spooked him. Don't think it's me. Come on, auntie. Come on, bud. Where's he off to? He's having a little think. So cute, waving his little antenna. I wonder what he's up to. There's golden hour on the hill opposite us. Isn't that fabulous? So beautiful. Let's have another look. The sun's setting just up there behind those trees. We never actually get to see the sunset, it just disappears behind the trees. I'm standing on one of our biggest rock boulders. And down there, the green plants you can see just here by the stump, they're all foxgloves. There's some pines. Not sure if you can hear that bee. There's lots of bumblebees about at the moment. And then over there you can just about see the stone border. Can't see the ruin from here, it's behind the trees. Just another angle to look at the land from. So many lovely places to go and sit and enjoy. This is a stink cap mushroom. You see that top? That really is as gelatinous and sticky and oozy as it looks. And they do stink. They stink like, well, if you've ever smelt something that died out in the woods somewhere, that's what they smell like. And probably by tomorrow, all that oozy cap will be gone and it'll look more like the stem. Can we get a close up on the stem? There we are. All sort of full of holes. And it don't have to attract the flies. This is the path I've just walked down up at the top. It's where we're parked. And as you walk down, you go past all these fantastic boulders. I'd like you to look at the size of this stone. Now, I'm going to go and stick my hand on it for comparison and then step back so you can really get a feel for it. That's my hand. There, just at the top. It's enormous. It's about 2/3 of my height. And I can't imagine how anybody got it here and stood it upright to be part of this wall. And there's another one, not as tall, but fatter and probably just as heavy. And the little stones, there's not to say nothing of the little stones, because they're all heavy too. I've moved ones half the size of that one on the top there, and it was just about as much as I could stand. I don't think there's any more stones. They might be buried under the pine needles there. You can't see them. And then here we have our little forest path, and this is a slightly bigger path that we're hoping will regrow a little bit. And now we find ourselves in the olive grove. Just listen to the birds for a minute. I think with tutting is robins. I'm not sure what the other ones are. There go the church bells from the nearest town. Just listen to those. I was going to bring you over here because these boulders are rather impressive as well. A very leaning over cork oak here. I'm just looking down as I walk forwards. I don't want to trip. There's a lot of logs on the floor here. There we go. Little boulders. Bigger boulders, they make a bit of a plateau. Big old cork oak there, gorgeous, and all sorts of holm oaks dotted around here. Ooh, there's some of that plant that we were looking at a minute ago. Let's go and have a look at that. Look, they've gotten really big here. There we are, that's my finger for comparison. That's large. I wonder what it is. Always growing in darker, damper places. Lovely. Starting to lose the light a little bit. So I'm going to conclude this in a minute and film a little bit more for you in the morning. What's that yellow over there? Let's go and have a look. Thought I heard something. I'm ever mindful that there might be boar sitting around having a nice lie down somewhere. I don't want to get caught out. Here we go. Oh, it looks like... It looks a bit like an apple. Perhaps it's a quince. With its fabulous autumn foliage. How stunning. That really does shine out in the darkness. See, the leaves to me say apple, but I think it's probably quince. As I turned around, I saw this stump. You can tell from the bark that it used to be pine, but I love that it's 3 pines in one. But it looked magnificent when it was fully grown. Before they chopped it down, I would have called it Cerberus. Little view of the back of the fabulous tree. I think that tree might like to have a little platform up there in its branches, so I can sit up there and watch the birds. Following the track to go back up now. It's gotten ever so cold. As soon as the sun goes, it's chilly. This hill, it doesn't seem like much on camera, but my goodness, it certainly does tax my thighs. Try and keep my huffing and puffing to a minimum. I'll pause here. That's the rock I was stood on a moment ago. I'm just going to swing you round to show you on the other side of our stone wall border. That's our neighbour's land. Isn't that a fantastic outcrop of rock? The brown that you can see is pine needles, the green is moss, and the grey is the granite underneath. It's huge. And their land drops very steeply away on the other side of this brush. As far as we know, nobody uses that land. So no noise, no neighbours, no buildings. Right, I'll carry on up the hill. Haha, that gave me a sneaky breather. I can carry on. Pause here. You can see just up there the woodshed and the sub, of course. This is work in progress. Some of the sticks that didn't get chipped for various reasons, mainly because they were damp. And on this side, all the tree rubble that we've cleared when we cleared the upper areas of land. And we're bit by bit breaking this up into wood for chipping, wood for burying, wood for using on the land if we want to build structures. And there's quite a lot of it. A lot of it will go in the wood burner. And then we're just on our way back up the last little bit. Oh, it's chilly now. To go and sit by the burner. The last thing I'll show you, might show you again tomorrow in the morning, is my little herb garden. It's kind of finished and kind of not. So here, hello, it's morning and we've got much better sunlight so that I can show you what we've done. So this pot has the lemongrass in, that's Rosie's, and our friend Goff gave her the pot that used to belong to his grandfather, so she's very keen on keeping that. And then we have a rosemary that was given to us as well by somebody here in Portugal. Mint over there, sage, Rosie's chili peppers. Don't they look stunning in the blue pot? I like that. Here we have a little oregano. A very sad looking thyme, but I think he was only sad because he wasn't in the ground. I'm sure he'll perk up. And then a basil, but it's not been planted. And then as you see, we haven't quite finished off this area over here, but I thought this is quite enough earth to be getting on with, and you wouldn't believe how much work it took to barrow up leaf mould and compost and horse poo. So there we are, I'm very pleased with that. And in the spring I'll sow lots of my own seeds to grow lots and lots of different herbs here. I've got about 15 different types of herbs that I want to put in.